Good afternoon, everybody. This is Richie coming at you from Holly Grove, the historic blood plantation. And remember, folks, this was a schoolhouse for at least 15 or 20 years that ceased to exist around the start of the Civil War. I presume that that's when the boys went off to war, so to speak. But I don't know if these writings on the wall have anything to do with it being an old school at one point, but I'm interested to dive into that history a little bit further. It is mentioned in a local book. I found newspaper ads for the school done by my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Elijah Blick. He owned the school and he had a headmaster run it, but they taught, according to the advertisements, they taught some pretty nice things for young men. But there are lots of, you see the alphabet written here on the wall. There's names inscribed in the wall. And it's just lots of writing everywhere. And so I don't know if it's from that period or not. There's some more modern things, like right here. If I can find it, right there. That's a truck. And I don't know what this is, if that's a submarine with, I don't quite know, but it kind of looks like a submarine, doesn't it? But, so obviously those are modern, but some of the older scribblings, I don't know. There are some signatures downstairs that involve the family names, and some friends of the family who's still friends of the family. But something else that I thought was really interesting about this, since Harrison has cleaned up the space and left his mark on the door. See that? Harrison Blick 2025. Written in dirt. And that is an original door, and it used to go right here. So we did find the matching door for the frame, but we're missing part of the frame. When the thief came in here and took the floor, they took part of the door frame with it. And if you look at this side, it's exposed beam, and the other side has the door trim still on part of it, or at least on the face of it. In the opposite side, we have two pieces of the door trim. Yes, there's one still up there. And then we've got the right side door piece, but we're missing the left side. So I'll have to have that duplicated eventually. But since Harrison and Spencer did part of this, I think, too, but Harrison came up last week and he swept all this out. And one of you viewers commented that it's one piece of wood all the way across. And it is. I didn't even realize that because we couldn't see the floor. But it is one piece of wood all the way across. And what's really cool is over here, this used to be, which you can see, this used to be the fireplace mantle hole. You can see how it's framed out. This is right on the outside where the old chimney would have been all the way up. And you can see where they patched in lumber siding that has since fallen off. So you can see the old footprint of the chimney. So this house certainly did have two flanking fireplaces. But what's really cool, if you look down here, you can see the outline of the hearth. And it looks like they've just filled it in with wood. But the hearth on the other side, which I'll show you in just a second, it still has the trim piece on it too. But all the other timbers run all the way too. So this was cut out because that was a fireplace. But they are one long piece all the way across. And the main chamber here, these are also one long board all the way across, the boards that are left that weren't scavenged. So you can see how this fireplace has the cutout as well around it. And then you can see down here, you can see that wood trim right there. And I don't know what this is yet. I haven't even cleaned that off to look. I assume it's got a mold up, a wooden mold up underneath of it. I thought it was supposed to be brick, but that is not brick. Downstairs, the hearth is brick. But up here, that looks like some sort of concrete, but it could be over top of brick. So we'll have to get in here and really do some research on that, because there's some debate on this fireplace. Is it original to the home? Was it built after the home was built? We don't quite know, but we do get a good look at how it's built because of the hole in the back going into the smoke chamber. And then you can see on the other side of the smoke chamber, you see the outer layer of brick there. So these will never be used as fireplaces again, but we can certainly learn from it. But I just wanted to point that out. So we do have confirmation it was flanking fireplaces in the house, although we knew that, but it's good to have some additional confirmation. So we still have some goat poop in here to shovel out, everybody, if anybody wants some. Plenty of it. There's some in here, just a little bit in the corner. And then there's some in here along this wall that has to be shoveled out too. So we're not done cleaning yet. And then we got to get to the proper floor repair in here. But anyway, all right, everybody. I appreciate you tagging along. Thanks for your conversation. Little tidbits like that, I wouldn't have even noticed that it was one long board. But it is, and they're tongue and groove. We can tell how they're put down because of when this was exposed. You can see about every 4 feet, there's a hole from the pole that they put in to tighten the wood up before they nailed it in. And they're all nailed with T-nails, which is early square nails. But anyway, and they are tongue and groove, so they're made to fit real tight. And there's no subfloor, it's just that is the floor. But cool information. All right, thanks everybody for tagging along. Y'all have a great day.